everyone. It is Wednesday night, and we are here at the Cobblestone Hotel for another amazing episode of Music Talks. I'm your host, Chelsea Rittenauer. So this week's guest is rock singer-songwriter Brad Abbott and half of the band. Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
We are fantastic.
Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's dive into the questions.
All right.
Tell me who you two are. Tell me what you play in the band or in any solo projects and how you got into music.
Well, for me, I always liked music. So I actually picked up a guitar in high school and was very influenced by the Goo Goo Dolls and a band called Guster in Augustana. And started doing a solo thing at first and then branched out to a couple bands. And one of the biggest ones was Villa Manor, which I was actually in with Josh. And it was kind of cool how everything came full circle.
Nice. So, in the group that you're with now, you play the guitar and you do vocals.
I'm the guitarist and the vocalist, yep.
Cool. All right.
Normally an acoustic guitar.
Nice. Moving on.
My name's Josh Royetti. I've been playing music, my mom was a pianist at our church, so I've been playing music since I was old enough to reach the keys. And but playing out, I started in a band called Hey Nostradamus a couple years ago, and playing with Villa Manor with Brad, and we released a couple EPs, and just really coming back to that. It's been really cool playing with him again.
And you play the bass,
I
correct?
play bass, and I sing, and I play the keyboards as well sometimes.
Oh wow, nice.
And he's a massive help in the studio as well. Very educated on the MIDI side of things, so he helps in a lot more aspects than just what's seen on stage.
Cool, that's awesome. So you have the behind the scenes work as well.
Absolutely, we work very well together. We've been friends for a long time, so we would definitely hurl insults in a fun way.
Yeah.
But we work very well together.
So how many years have you two been working together?
About 7
years,
6 or 7.
yeah,
so
something like that.
Yeah, almost a decade.
Wow, very
Been
cool.
part of it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about training. Do you guys have any training on the instruments that you play or any vocal training?
Go ahead and talk about your training.
Yeah, I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
I actually have something to say. I took trumpet in college for a semester, and actually cornet. And I took a couple of years of guitar and or bass lessons, both kind of dual, at the local music shop. But I never really learned how to read music, so I'm music illiterate. And then Brad,
I learned to scale once.
I showed him some things.
But yeah, I'm more of a writer. I kind of write primarily and then kind of fill in with guitar lines. And the way I write is usually I'll sit down with a guitar and strum around and figure out what sounds okay in a certain situation, and then maybe pen some lyrics down to that, or it doesn't really matter so much where it starts. But yeah, there's never any kind of structure or theory behind it.
You just
kind of sit there, write, and
go
what happens.
So do you record while you sit down so you remember?
Usually
where
I'll
you're
have
at,
the voice memo thing going on the iPhone, and I'll record the idea on the guitar and maybe play it back through my Bluetooth headphones at work, and just jot down lyrics as I go about my day or stuff like that. But a song is never an instant thing though. There's always you sit down with the guitar first. And, as time goes on, you edit the lyrics, and things kind of fill themselves out, and I'll throw it at him, and he'll be like, "Yeah, this sounds like garbage. Change this."
So
break here.
So you take the unpolished product, you start with something, and then you send it to him, and he kind of fills in the blanks.
Yeah, we bounce a lot of ideas off each other. And not every song is the same, but a lot of times, his ideas are very involved. So Damn Low.
I was just thinking about.
We just did a new song that we just released. So
I've
Damn
seen
Low.
that, yeah.
And he did key work on that, and helped a lot with the mixing and mastering. So I kind of forget where I was going with that, but yeah. Where was I going?
Oh, we were talking about your writing style. And how you
right.
go about writing
We were talking about how we bounce the ideas back and forth. And on So Damn Low, his ideas really shine through. The key line and the synth line behind it, 110% Josh.
He sent me the song kind of the way he had it, with just the drum track and the acoustic and bass line. And I was like, this is cool, but if there was some electric piano kind of key lines here, I think it would be really cool. I just kind of messed around with it in my program, because we use 2 different programs for editing, and I messed around with it and I sent it back to him. I was like, "What do you think?" Thinking he's probably I hate it. And he was like, "Dude,
It just
So-
added a whole new dynamic to it.
It really worked well.
That's
Very-
awesome. That's great that you two are able to go back and forth
Yeah,
like that, and you feel comfortable doing it.
Oh, 100%.
Because that, I mean, I think that makes a huge difference.
100%. And I think a lot of that is like the 7-year history.
Yeah.
But and a lot of it's respect too, like just
Mhm.
respect for each other's style. Like even him coming in as someone who has some classical training,
Yeah.
you know, working with somebody who just doesn't. But you know, he still helps me out in a lot of ways, and it's crazy how well it works without me knowing a damn thing like about some of the stuff. So
Let's
yeah.
talk about the style. So, you have solo projects. You are wanting to start a
Yeah.
solo project, and then you also have the band together.
Right.
Do they all mesh together? Are they separate entities?
Well, the solo project is what the focus is on now, and Brad Abbott is kind of like the umbrella term for it. Like, because in the studio, you know, I write the material and then kind of record it. And at first, that's all it was just me in the studio. And then later on down the line, I decided I wanted to have a band behind me for the live stuff. So we added the band, and to keep everything kind of structured so people knew what they were seeing on a given night.
Yeah.
When I perform solo, it's Brad Abbott. And then when I perform with anybody else, it's Brad Abbott plus the band.
Plus the band.
And we've thought about, you know, differentiating from that, but right now it's just easier to do this.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the band. You don't have everybody here tonight.
No.
Who else is involved? I believe you said you're a trio right now?
Yeah, currently we're a trio, and we're adding a fourth.
Okay.
Andrew Chemsky, who's got a bit of a history in the local scene, played with a band called Shirts vs. Skins. He's behind us on the drum kit normally. And, of course, Josh. And we're jamming with a new kid that's coming up called Braden Nichols. And, you know, very cool dude, can improvise like crazy, you know, knows his stuff,
Yeah.
you know, one of the not me's, you know, somebody that gets behind a guitar and is like, okay, I know this will sound good if I play this here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he adds a lot to it too. So we're hoping things go well with that. He's a young gun, so he might be going off to college.
Oh no!
So we don't know what's going to happen with
Yeah.
him. But if he stays in the area, we're looking forward to adding him to it.
Great. So, you had mentioned earlier, Goo Goo Dolls was one of your influences.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the style, or how would you describe your
That's
music?
like one of my earlier influences. Very 90s based.
I love the 90s.
Yeah. I grew up in the 90s,
too.
and you know, you gotta represent. I love my 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goo Goo Dolls was an early influence, and then I think I kind of gravitated more towards a calmer writing style of that of like Dan Lewis of Augustana and The Fray, and you know,
Okay.
try to throw a little bit of guster elements in there. Like I'm trying to go in like a hand percussion direction too. So a bunch of different things kind of combined.
Very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm excited to hear this. So let's talk a little bit more about the music. So you write your own music, EPs.
Yeah,
You
we got
have two?
two of them out currently. Yeah.
All right, tell me about that.
The first one was Memories EP. That one was done in 2017. And it's just a 4-songer, you know, something very simple that I put out on Bandcamp. Didn't go too serious with that one. And then I wanted to kind of amp it up a little bit, because since I do everything independently, you know, from writing to recording to publishing.
Yeah.
So I grow with every time I release something. I feel like I'm growing in every area. And a lot of times I'll release something and just be like wanting to get something else out because I know I can do better this time, and I'll like listen back to it like I wish I did this different, and so that's what keeps me kind of driven to keep releasing stuff. But I'm really doing good at losing where I'm going tonight.
That's okay. It all ties together.
Tell us about the second EP.
Yes.
And then we went into the second one after Memories, which is titled Indestructible, after the title track. And that one was kind of more of a dark one. I had just lost my mother prior to writing that one. So some of that came out, and then we were in kind of the dark political place.
Yeah.
We were. So the TV is on that EP, and that talks about like the division that's been kind of fueled by the media that we have going on, and how it always seems like there's 2 or 3 sides going at each other, and you know, no one's really unified anymore. So so that came out on the record, and it's just every record I try to, you know, talk about the times and, you know, write something that people can relate to, and I'll also write from different perspectives about things. Like that's what So Damn Low is, written from another perspective. But different mix of styles, and
Yeah.
You know, it
So-
kind of goes whichever way it wants to.
How can we get our hands on this music?
Well, I have bradabbotmusic.com
Okay.
where everything's available for download, and I actually have a package right now for $15. There's a Indestructible EP, Memories EP, and a signed typed out lyric sheet that I'm doing for just $15. You get all three of those things. So that's basically my entire discography. Looking to add to it, but right now that's what
You're
we
a
got.
busy guy.
I try.
On top of all the music, I know that you do a lot of stuff at the Keynote, and you have a new project going on at Bellaterra.
At Bellaterra, yep.
All right, tell me about both of them.
So I've been hosting the Independent Revolution at the Keynote Cafe, which is just a series where I do a short, usually 2 to 3 question interview with the artist before they do their sound check and let them play their set. But unfortunately, we're losing the Keynote at the end of June.
I know.
So I poked around with some other venues and got in touch with Jay from Bellaterra, and we decided that an open mic would be an awesome way to bring in even more people to experience what playing at this beautiful space is like. Like Bellaterra is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he actually works at
he works
Bellaterra, so
Ah.
it's quite a privilege to be hosting the open mic there.
So when do the open mics happen?
The open mics are happening on the first and third Wednesday of every month. So the next one's on the 19th.
Okay. And so do you have to book ahead of time to play, or you just come and it's
yeah.
first come, first serve?
You just come. It's first come, first serve. We usually do like a 10 slot sign up sheet.
Okay.
So we take 10 performers a night. And
How long are the sets?
3 to 4 songs. I tell
4
people.
songs.
Yeah.
Wow, this is awesome.
It's a really cool thing. It's
People,
so fun
go to
seeing songs.
Bellaterra Winery
Yeah, we'd love to see
and
it.
go play there. Actually, I might go play there too
Please,
if
please come.
I'm
Please
available.
come. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it's on Wednesday nights.
I know, and we're doing this on Wednesday
So yeah,
nights.
that's kind of a rough thing.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah.
we'll
let's do it.
figure it out.
Get a
But
guest host for a week.
maybe. Rick, do you want to take over hosting for a week? No. Okay, so tonight, are you going to play all originals for us?
Yeah. Tonight we've got all originals for you.
About how many?
We prepared 7.
Ooh, nice. And are they from a mix of the first and second EP, or
First
mostly
and
the second?
second, and there's even some new stuff too. Some new stuff that's going to be
Oh.
featured on live at the Keynote.
So stuff people haven't heard yet.
Stuff people haven't heard yet if they haven't been to shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, where do you guys typically play?
Well, we always played a lot at the Keynote,
Mm-hmm.
but we've been kind of branching out a bit lately. I just played in an awesome place for Millville Music Festival called Double L Bar. Really enjoyed that place. What are some of the other places we've been playing recently? We've already touched on Bellaterra. We played that Glitterbox show.
Oh yeah, we
back
did. We
in
did do
February.
that. That was a
Couple
thing
for
we did.
a couple people, very
Yeah.
intimate setting.
Cool. I like those ones.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
say
it was
when 5
weird.
people showed up. It was very intimate.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, it was a small space, so that's like
It was.
not small, so that's like sold out.
Yeah, it was.
We just played Sansa's last week too as a little solo gig, which was kind of a neat thing. First time I did something like that, like a 3-hour set where I took like breaks in between, and
Yeah.
another like very intimate setting, like I was talking with the crowd like one-on-one, not even necessarily in the mic, because
Yeah.
everybody can hear you. You're in like close proximity. Adds another vibe. Me and this
It
one
does.
like 5-year-old kid were like vibing, like hard. We were having a good time. They brought their dog and stuff. Like it was so cool. So I like told a little story about dogs, and
Aww.
it always brightens my day to see
Yeah.
a puppy. So I'm just like it just made my night.
That's
I'm
perfect.
playing for a dog. This is great. This is my dream.
How many
Great.
songs did you do too? You
I
a
did like
bunch.
42,
Yeah.
43 songs that night. Yeah, that was,
That's-
That's,
it's
that's
crazy.
rough.
that was some stamina jamming.
Yeah, no, I know. I've
but,
been there.
but hey, we
That's
have fun.
tough. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. So, I don't know if you plan to do this, but I am really interested. You said that you like to write about the times a lot
Absolutely.
and things that people can relate to. I would love if you'd give a little description of your songs before you did them, if you're
Okay.
comfortable with it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, for certain ones, I don't see
yeah.
a problem with that. Yeah.
Awesome. I think that would be great.
We'll be winging it a little bit.
That's
but yeah,
okay.
That's cool. We can wing it.
I kind of wing it every week.
Hey. Well, you're doing a really excellent job at winging it.
Thank
and
you.
Nothing like my 8th grade speech class where I just bombed every time. Like I never prepared
Listen,
anything.
I try. But anyways, guys, you are wonderful. Thank you so very much for coming out here tonight and talking with me.
It's been a pleasure on our end.
I'm excited to hear your music. So let's get to it, yeah?
All right, sounds
Okay,
good.
great.
Let's do it.
What's on tonight?
Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to rock singer-songwriter Brad Abbott and the band.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. Hello, everybody out there. I've got a live audience going. I'm very happy to see all you. This is a new original of ours called Vivian. This next one is called Living for the Moment. It's off of our first EP called Memories. And this was written shortly before my wedding, so it's probably easily the most personal song I've ever written. So forgive that if you're not into that kind of thing, but Living for the Moment.
On the day that I turned 23, we sat at our table talking memories, looking back on how we came so far, with every trophy and every battle scar, yeah. Graduated damn near the bottom of my class. School counselor said I was going nowhere fast. She loved to tell me how I was running the wrong path. 'Cause everyone's the same. Shame on me not knowing that. Oh, shame on me living for the moment. Whoa. I met you, and sure enough we'd fall in love. Grandma said you must have been sent from above. She'd ask how you were and where you've been, and when you were coming back to spend the night again. Oh. I didn't need too much, just you and my guitar. We drive for miles, never going very far. And we'd unwind with the dogs up at the park and make our way back home as it started to get dark. Oh. We were living for the moment. Oh, yeah. You'll be mine tomorrow, just like yesterday. I'll hold your hand forever. We'll live for today. Yeah, we'll live for the moment.
Thank you, guys.
Keeping your secrets, keeping your secrets in the dark. All of those regrets, landmines and the battle scar. Oh, 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 keeping your secrets in the dark. Oh, 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 yeah, keeping your secrets in the dark. You're sitting and thinking how you're gonna play your cards, nervously blinking
You guys are awesome.
It's called Secrets, by the way.
This next one is called The TV, and it's about what you're seeing on the TV nowadays and how everything is very one side versus another, and everything's about like being divided, and how I think we would be so much better if we just all came together. So this one is called The TV. It's about tuning out.
Don't turn on the TV. There's nothing to see. Lies upon lies and torn up families. In a world that's turned ugly, it's hard to believe anything could save us. We'll ever be free. So where do we go? Is there a path we can take? What do we do? Is there something someone needs to say? Seeing is believing, so they pull the curtains close, sweep it under the rug, so no one knows. Fabricate stories, twist and turn the truth. 'Cause in a world that's divided, well, they can never lose. So where do we go? And what do we do? No one knows what to say anymore. No one knows what to say. Don't turn on the TV, 'cause there's nothing to see. Just more of the lies, blood and tears and grief.
Thank you. That one and this next one were both off of Indestructible EP, which is available at bradabbotmusic.com, and you could also grab it here tonight if you're part of the live audience we have here. But this is the title track off of Indestructible EP.
I wish I was indestructible. Here I am, well, I'm just a man, and I wish that I was comfortable. But here I am, shaking hands. What was it you said to me? What was it you said? Sometimes things don't go as planned. It just wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant. It all works out in the end. And I live by your hand, and I die by your side, and I'll do it all again. Was that all a lie? And I wish that I was capable to understand real from pretend. And I wish this was escapable. And here I stand, as it all came to an end. But what was it he said to me? Sometimes things don't go as planned. It just wasn't meant to be. And it all works out in the end. And I live by your hand, and I die by your side, and I'll do it all again. Was that all a lie? Was that all a lie? Oh. And I live by your hand, and I die by your side, and I do it all again. Was that all a
Thank you, guys. This is a brand new one that we are going to be releasing on July the 1st. This song is called So Damn Low, and it's actually available on bradabbotmusic.com for completely free download if you join the mailing list. So definitely go check that out if you want to grab it early. And if not, July 1st, and it'll be $1. So Damn Low.
I felt so damn alone. So I got so damn high. fell through the cracks. No one quite knows why. But I felt so damn alone. Oh. So I got so damn high. And I hate how well I know how it can grab a hold of a shattered soul, driving down a dead end road, fighting not to let it show, but it's killing me. It's killing me. Off into the night, I fell through the cracks. No one quite knows why. I felt so damn low. So I got so damn high. I felt so damn alone.
Thank you, guys. So we got one last song for you guys. So I just want to give a quick tune-up right here because I think that last one might have been a little out of whack too. Yeah, I thought so. That low E string was just a tad flat. Oh well. I think there's a saying that goes, close enough for rock and roll. All right. So this one is called Next to You.
It's been a while since I wrote one down for you. But I don't know how to put the words into. Lay back as the local train tears through. rather be nowhere else but next to you. And I just want you to know you're my wildest dream come true. And I want you to feel the way I do when I'm lying next to you. Next to you. It's funny how the pieces fell into place on cue. On my fears that it was too good to be true. Years passed and one thing still remains. With you I'd swim upstream through the tides of change. And I want you to know that you're my wildest dream come true. And I want you to feel the way I do when I'm lying next to you. Next to you. Whoa, whoa. Next to you.
Thank you guys so very much.
Couldn't work. The nerves. Oh, you guys were fabulous. I could totally get the Goo Goo Dolls vibe. Yeah, I totally got that. I don't know. Are you guys into the spill canvas?
I love this.
I got that vibe too. I also love the spill canvas, so I was like, oh, very cool. Nice work, guys. That was great stuff. Yes, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for sharing your music. I really appreciate it. For everybody out there, go to their website, check out their music, go to their shows. That's all for tonight. We will see you next week. We're going to be back here at the Cobblestone. See you then, and have a lovely evening. Bye, everyone.